How's it going, guys?
Very busy. Are we good?
Yes, it has been busy, yes.
It has been very busy.
Getting into that time of year.
Well, there's a lot happening. This weekend at the announcements, we'll be reminding people of a lot of our collections that we have. And along with our regular Thanksgiving baskets and asking for volunteers to help deliver meals on Thanksgiving Day to individuals and to people who don't have family, we're also doing a food drive for the military at the joint base at Fort Dix and McGuire.
And there are very specific items that they're asking for that.
Yes.
And that will be in the bulletin. The list of what they need will be in the bulletin.
Yes, and we ask people to be mindful of that because there are many families on that base who basically rely on the commissary for their food, and at the moment their facilities are unavailable to them because of mold and other health problems. So our entire community is getting involved, not just the church, but I think the high school and the various schools in the district are taking up a food collection for them. So we ask our people to be as generous as possible.
Great.
And also, I think this weekend there is an appeal from the military ordinariate. The military ordinariate is the diocese for our men and women in the service. Those priests and religious personnel who service on outposts, on battleships, out in the even in war zones, chaplains who care for the men and women in the various armed services. There's an appeal for support, and of course we hope to be as generous as possible.
Yes. And also this weekend, we're celebrating Monsignor's 35th anniversary of the ordination to the priesthood. So, Monsignor, I was wondering if you could offer a little reflection on your service for these past 35 years. How's it been? What's been the most rewarding thing, and what's been the biggest challenge for you?
Well, I would have to... No, working with Frank Escamera is not a challenge.
Well...
It's a cross, but it's not a challenge. No, I would say, as I wrote to someone who sent me a congratulatory note, my ordination doesn't seem like yesterday, because there's been a lot of things that have happened. Probably the one challenge has been being asked to take various assignments, one right after another. I think for me, between 04 and 08, I basically moved 4 times.
That's a lot.
And of course, my mom asked me, Sammy, you can't keep a job? And I felt that way. But the blessings of having so many assignments and being in so many different ministries has been the people I've met and worked with. Along with the blessings of being in a parish, I also had the blessing of serving the diocese for 23 years as the director of the Office of Worship. And there were times when I felt, I used to say I wear 2 hats, and there are times I have 2 heads to go with the 2 hats. But I'm very grateful to Almighty God for the blessings. And I can't believe it's 35 years.
So it doesn't feel like it was yesterday, but does it feel like, were there points where it dragged on, or was it, did you feel like it went like that?
It moved fast. It moved fast. I mean, I still remember looking at priests who were 35, 40 years ordained and saying, oh, gee,
is that an old fart? Oh, come on, you did sometimes.
Are we going to bleep that one out?
No. We can't edit that.
I know, and you're turning red too.
Am I?
Yeah. No. But I did refer to them as dinosaurs. Did I
Mm-hmm.
tell you this once before? When I was very, very young, my Aunt Susie, may her soul rest in peace, I was at her house and I was playing with my toy dinosaurs. And she asked me, Sammy, what do you want to be when you grow up? And at that time I said, I want to be a dinosaur.
Naturally.
Okay. Well, let's jump years later. I'm now a young priest working in Morristown, Our Lady of Good Counsel. And I remember referring to some of the older priests as dinosaurs.
Like guys, what, your age now?
Yes, those in charge, those who were pastors, those who were kind of the diocesan officials. And then when I turned 60, I realized I had achieved my goal. I became one of the dinosaurs.
That's beautiful. Are you a T-Rex or a Brontosaurus? A Patasaurus?
No, I'm a T-Rex.
You got tiny arms?
Tiny arms. These arms were made for blessing. So.
Holy water. Cool.
Okay, let's get focused.
Yes, sir. Okay. So the 11:30 Mass?
11:30 Mass, and I'm hoping and praying that the weather's good. I'd like my mom to be here. My family will be coming out. I'm saying an extra prayer that my godmother can join us. But she has a little farther to drive, and I haven't heard yet from her family.
And she's like 90, right?
She will be 90.
So she's going to drive herself? Or?
Well, no.
Okay,
her son will.
Cool.
Will bring her if possible.
Okay.
But I'm very blessed to still have my godmother and my mom. So I feel very blessed for that.
Excellent. And now we're also receiving the Guadalupe torch.
Yes.
At some point.
At some point. At some point. Yes, because we are having the Guadalupe play for 2 weeks. And then that Sunday is a little busy for us, the 24th, November 24th.
November 24th is very busy.
It is, and we are planning, hopefully that work for the diocese to move it for Sunday, December 1st.
Yes.
So, and we are going to keep the torch for a week. We are going to invite everybody to come over to pray. We have already have the RCIA, we have the CC Religious Education group. We would like also to involve the Knights of Columbus, the young adults. What else do we have?
The Rosary Guild.
The Rosary Guild, the
different prayer groups.
The different prayer group.
Yes. And so I just contacted the diocese to see if the parish before us could hold the torch for one more week.
Yes.
It's also a difficult week because it's
Thanksgiving.
It's Thanksgiving in the middle of the week, and even though Thanksgiving is on Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, people are getting ready for Thanksgiving.
Yes, absolutely.
And what makes it even more complicated on the 24th is we're hosting the community Thanksgiving service for the Greater Freehold Clergy Association, and so it's going to be tight. It's going to be a tight Sunday, and even the Co-Cathedral's excellent staff and volunteers that can rearrange a room in no time are really stressing out over this. So I've tried to express that to those coordinating this spiritual pilgrimage.
But it's a beautiful experience. So last year it was wonderful in the entire diocese, and this year also is going to be really a good, beautiful experience for everybody who will be present.
And it gives us a chance also to prepare the image of Our Lady of Guadalupe, which has been hanging in our church now for about a year. And
so it's going to be like the first Guadalupe feast that we have the image.
that's it.
Right.
That's it.
Oh, nice.
We're looking forward to that.
Cool. Is there anything else?
About the
Children of Abraham.
Oh,
Kingdom of
right,
Abraham?
yes,
Yes.
this coming Wednesday.
This coming Wednesday, okay. If it looks a little out of, kilter, it is. But this Wednesday, the 13th, in the evening at the Islamic Center here on Georgia Road, we'll have our first Children of Abraham, an interfaith conversation. And the title or the topic of the program is Your Religion Does What? And we're going to discuss some of the interesting elements of our religion that we take for granted, but those outside our faith and even outside our, our tradition find it surprising. And
Yeah, I look forward to that. It's really great. If you have to RSVP for this one because they have limited space, ladies have to keep their heads covered. Everybody's got to take their shoes off, so make sure your socks don't have holes in them. And
wear socks.
wear socks, yeah. But also, there's a nice question and answer period afterward. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, so we'll be discussing it. I put together a list, and I've added another point.
Oh, after our discussion?
Yes, and a happy death.
Oh,
I remember saying a happy death, and two people kind of looked at me like, really? And they were both Catholic. So, no, I'm sorry, it was at Mosaic. It was at Mosaic when I said, because in front of St. Joseph we have the images, pictures of those who have died in the past year. And I said, well, he's the patron saint of a happy death. And like the two people kind of looked at me a little stunned. So now if you want to find out why he is the patron saint of happy death, you'll have to come to Children of Abraham, an interfaith conversation.
yeah, otherwise there's no way to find that out.
Yes, it's absolutely confidential.
Did you want to hear Monsignor's?
Not the way I'll express
That's right,
it.
exactly.
Because the way I'll express it will sound very much like Sister Virginia in 3rd grade at Holy Trinity.
Perfect, we all need to hear that.
And also to bring the card for the vocational program that we have.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. Again, keep praying for vocations, and also if you have any candidates you think, any young man between the ages of 16 and 39 who you think have the characteristics of being a priest, we ask you please submit their names. And trust me, we don't come out, kidnap them, and shove them into a seminary. But they would be invited to a discernment gathering, and in that discernment gathering, they can pray and discern whether the Lord is calling them.
Yes.
But you might be the one tapping them on the shoulder to say, think about it. And we really do need to think of priests. And we will also continue to pray for young women to consider consecrated life, men to consider the diaconate, and men and women to consider lay ministry.
And this is a beautiful experience for doing all of this prayerfully, in a
Yes.
prayerfully way. It's not just like somebody who came to prayerfully praying, asking God what He really give you wisdom to do that.
And for the individual who sent in a card that's saying ordained women and married men, and there'd be no shortage, that's above our pray grade, so don't waste the card, okay?
Probably in the
I gave him a
future.
thumbs up. It wasn't me though.
I tore the card up,
Oh, you did?
yes, and I enjoyed every minute,
Oh, Monsi.
so.
Okay.
The Holy Spirit is talking.
Yeah, but nobody's listening. All right.
Excuse me,
What?
the Holy
What?
Spirit could be also talking through me,
Yeah.
not just,
Totally.
I mean,
She is.
the Holy Spirit, He speaks.
Okay, God bless you all.
Pues, ¿qué santa?